part it just to help. We're a
Yes.
little late, but it's okay.
It's all good.
What is it? June 11th, 2024. Cool.
Yeah.
Um, all right, sounds good. Yeah, or like it could even be a text message, like
Yeah.
just something to poke people and remind them that we can still have a little fun and um see what kind of engagement we can get.
No, for sure. I was trying to like build I don't know how the algorithm works, but kind of put a little couple posts out so that we start getting back into people's
Yeah.
feeds and
Mm-hmm.
then put the post out about interest is what
Yeah,
my
for
plan
sure.
was.
So like,
Because I
yeah,
feel like,
starting to reshare just like summer
yeah,
activities and such, or like some favorite photos from over the winter, or whatever it might
yeah.
be.
No, those are
Um,
good ideas.
then yeah, like you said, hopefully that gets us back up into people's feeds or top of their story list. Um, for when we do some website updates and posts.
Yeah, that's a good favorite photos from winter.
Awesome. That was my only query. And Keith, you have the list.
Yep.
If you don't have contact information for any of those people, let me know. We can work to track it down.
Where the hell are you? I just have to remember which freaking email I sent it to her. Nice. Oh, perfect. 30. I should have at least emails for all of them.
Sounds good.
Or yeah, no, I'm good there. Any other we have other thoughts?
I have no other thoughts. I tuned my skis and put them away for the summer.
I put my
Nice.
skis away too.
I
Most
felt
of mine are
really
away.
behind, but
Still got a
Oh,
ways to go
good.
for all of them to be away though.
We are still getting snow up in the mountains. It's kind of weird.
all right, stop bragging, Charlie.
No, it's weird. The rivers are really cold.
Yeah, that's okay. Boo hoo hoo.
It's good for fire season though, for sure.
Jason, how's our how do our numbers look? Have they
Oh,
stabilized?
that reminds me, Jason.
Yeah.
Could you send me $300 for paying Steve?
Oh shit. Oh my God.
Sorry, that
I
I
mean,
just remembered that.
oh
Unless
my
I need to
God.
pay dues, which I'm happy to pay dues or whatever.
Did you send me, um, you sent me your Venmo, right?
No, but I can send you my Venmo via text message. Is that easiest? Venmo? Or
Yeah, that would be the
PayPal
easiest.
or okay, Venmo.
Yeah,
Okay.
or PayPal. Let's do PayPal.
PayPal works too.
Let's do PayPal.
You should be able to find me on there too, since I pay via PayPal. I don't know
Yeah, let
how it
me.
looks on your end, but I can easily send it. So
Jesus, I'm so sorry, Sarah. I'll do that tonight.
okay. Otherwise, Keith's question I interrupted, where things were.
Yeah, as I said I mean, our numbers are, we had about 18 grand.
Okay. Awesome.
And that's, we lost a little bit on the nationals, but it wasn't, I think the most we lost was, $300 or $400. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's great.
And
Slow
so,
lost money is okay.
yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, we've been keeping at this price for a while, actually, because we really haven't, the only thing we spent was, just on the nationals. So it's not bad.
And insurance, like all of that came out already.
Yeah, yeah, the
Wow.
insurance. Yeah, the insurance was $1,000. I think we used to pay $6,000.
Yeah, it was like 4 for insurance and then 2 for board of directors.
Yep.
Seems to have gotten quiet.
Yeah.
Jason,
And also,
Yeah.
and I still have the credit card. I'm in and out of Boston all the time. I just have to connect with you, or I can just mail it to you. But
Yeah, if you want to just mail it, I'll
I can
send
put it
you
like in a trackable, like FedEx or whatever. Like you can send me your address. I'm always in and out of Boston, but I feel like it's never at good times. Like I'll be back in Boston on Friday morning at 2 a.m. So
oh my God. Yeah, so we're not in Boston a lot these days. We're on the boat. So
then just send me your address. I feel like that's easier.
all right.
Jason, one of the things I'd love to have is who paid dues last year? The $60, but more importantly, the team. Let's focus on just the big team ticket. Just a list. If you could put me together a list of that.
Yeah, let me take a look.
Because what I want to do is those who actually paid for a team membership last season, I want
Yeah.
to transfer that forward. And those who raced on World Cup, I want to transfer that forward as well.
Okay.
Because if we're not putting out something to make that membership valuable, then the only thing they're really paying for is a uniform.
Yeah. Right.
Jason, you think you'd be able to swing that by the end of the week?
Yeah, let me see. Things are crazy at work. Let me see how that goes.
So for the group, here's something I was thinking of is that when it comes to the cost of being on the team, I'm tempted to leave that off the invitation and then deal with it on a case by case basis. What's the thought on everybody with that one?
I think if it helps improve our
I'm fine
numbers.
for the team costs, maybe just
No, just the team cost.
right. So in the email, call out the
The
member
$60.
and get
That's
that
not
done, as on a deadline of whatever we decide. And then do team dues January 1st or something, once we know what the season is going to look like, what the team commitment is,
yeah.
scope out what that looks like. At which point, we can have it be significantly less than usual because we'll,
Yeah,
we'll
just
know what
trying
we
to
need.
do something to rebuild.
Yeah, exactly.
I had one more question about the website
What do you got?
um who did we assign or who volunteered to tackle the different, I think we had like 4 different pages, or we have 4 pages to update. I was wondering how that's
I
going.
don't think we assigned anyone
Okay.
specific. I remember pointing out those 4 pages and just said, let's start with the 4 main pages, the 4 scrolling pages we have in the front, make sure they're up to date.
Okay,
And if once those are up to date, then move to the next tier down.
great. So if I send Chris anything, does anyone care? Like I can CC everyone on the email.
Go for it.
Like we were thinking of editing this to this and this to this.
Yeah.
And then if you guys have strong opinions about those changes, just let me know in that email
Yep.
thread. How's that sound?
Sounds fantastic.
Okay,
Yeah, get on it. Sounds good.
great.
On a funny note, I've noticed that if you hold your hand up long enough in Zoom, it puts the raised hand icon up.
What? Like this?
Yeah, you just hold it so the screen can see you long enough.
Ah!
Teams now, I don't know if it does it in Zoom too, but if you do something like exciting, it'll like throw up like confetti or balloons or something like that.
Yes, we have a lot of fun with that on the Teams meetings.
That's because Teams needs to do something because they suck.
They've come a long ways.
I think they're pretty good for the most part. But
It's Microsoft. I don't really have more to think about. I just need to get my ass in gear and get the invitations and the contracts up and running.
I guess I have one clarifying question. On like one of the website things where it's like a message from the president, does anyone care if I write a message and then we say it's from the president?
Oh, I'm really good. Great. That
Sounds
would be
great.
awesome.
I just
If
don't
you
want to step
could-
on anyone's toes.
If you can help with that message from the president, one of the things that's been killing me is I can't remember what the hell happened on the World Cup this year.
Oh, I'll go.
Lots of
Stop.
cancellations.
No, well, I mean, let's
I
talk
mean, like
about
we
the
can call it
positives.
right.
Yeah.
So we can talk about like the Telly Kids series. They had one event this year, so it was
It still
condensed
happened.
from right. It was condensed from the season before, but you know they still had a fun event.
That was in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can probably find the location, but it's all if you on the FIS telemark site, they post updates. Like you know, like newsletter or not newsletters, like they're not quite blogs, but they're not quite like Instagram posts,
Yeah.
somewhere in between there. So you can grab some highlights from that.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. The other thing is when it comes to talking about nationals, let's use the term unique.
Okay.
And really fun to be back at Gunstock again after 12 years, 10 years, somewhere in there, 12 years.
Something like that. Yeah. 2012.
Yeah, I'll keep everything positive, and if you guys see anything that needs to be changed, go for it.
Yay. Thank you for doing that.
Of course. We'll see how it goes when it actually happens, but I'm trying to.
Awesome. I don't have anything else.
Sarah Godick likes to talk and then unmute.
talk and then unmute.
You look tired, Sarah.
I'm exhausted right now.
What time is it where you are?
It's not that late. It's 6:30. I'm mountain time, but I had travel delays yesterday and it ended up being like basically door to door it was like 16 hours of travel. And then I had to finish a report last night for this morning, so I didn't go to bed till 1 a.m. And then I needed to wake up and be at my TSA interview or whatever for global entry at like 6:30 this morning. So
what's the global entry?
I've never gotten it because my employers have never been willing to pay for it, and so I've just been like, oh, whatever.
No. What is it though? Global entry.
So I can get back into the country without having to like stand in customs lines. I know, Sarah,
how do we get-
you probably have that too.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of TSA pre-check, but like for international travel.
How much does that cost?
I don't know, work pays for it.
Yeah, well now my work paid for it, so I was like, I'll do it now.
And it lasts for I think 5
5
years. Yeah.
Really?
I think it's worth it, but my application was pending review, waiting for an interview or to be like
Yeah.
conditionally approved for an interview for a year.
Oh,
Anyways, and it was just crazy. So
What's
I
it called again?
global entry.
And it's going to get even harder. Isn't it this January? It gets way harder because now for leaving the country, you need to get a visa.
wait, really?
The rest of the world is tired of the US.
Even going into Canada?
I don't know. That's the only one I don't know about. But EU, Britain, all that, we now
Oh.
need visas, travel
Oh.
visas.
In January.
I think it's this January.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Sarah Carley might know better.
I don't keep up with that anymore. I'm in the private sector, Keith.
Was it? But don't you travel for the private sector?
Well, I do, but if I'm going to Europe, I just use my Swiss passport.
Oh,
Bastard. By the way, with Swiss passport, you don't need permission to go anywhere. You just show up and they go, great.
Welcome.
So
I
I
don't
was
have one of those.
speaking of crossing the country borders, because I'm in El Paso, Texas, I did my interview at legit the Mexico border this morning. It
You can
was
see it from your window.
it was so sketchy.
Mhm.
It was crazy. But it was cool to like sit there and watch people like file through and crossing the border by foot legally. That was
Yeah,
like
but
my
that's
people watching for the morning.
but that's the safe location.
It was safe-ish, but like then like I left and like there were helicopters all over the like flying all over outside.
Border
And
patrol or
yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, so no ground floor rooms.
It's just like it's just El Paso is just another world down here.
Hmm.
I don't know, Sarah, have you ever been to El Paso?
I haven't.
Yeah, I like the city, but yeah, it's it's like Mexico's right there. There is a wall with barbed wire, and there's a highway that goes along the side of the wall. And because it's a highway, like a 6-lane, 8-lane highway, whatever, there's
Right.
signs overhead that's normally you have like traffic.
Don't pick up
Announce-
hitchhikers type thing.
No, their announcement that they have all over this highway is pulling up the picture so I say it right. Watch for unexpected pedestrians.
That's such a nice way to phrase that.
Right. Like don't hit the people that are escaping Mexico.
Who picked that wording?
Oh no. Watch for unexpected pedestrians, but it's like up and down that highway.
Oh, wow.
It is pretty crazy. So, but that was my morning. So and then I found out a coworker died in a horrific car accident, and then I was on site all day. I'm exhausted, like emotionally exhausted. I didn't
God,
mean for this to be
sorry.
a therapy session, but I am
Oh.
tired.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Jesus.
It was awful.
What do you have planned to decompress before you go to bed tonight?
I'm gonna go work out a little bit, a light workout.
That's a good plan.
And then maybe just get something to eat quick and go to bed.
All right. Sounds like a solid plan. I approve.
Approved by Sarah.
And me.
And Farley.
Awesome. All right. Well, do we want to get another time on the calendar for like early to mid-June or July because we're already in early to mid-June? Do something like the first or second week of July.
Hold on, I'm
First?
checking that right now. Oof.
The first
Well,
week
maybe
would
not
work
the
better.
first, maybe not the first week because that's the July 4th week.
Perfect.
For anybody who's being social for the holiday.
When
We
did you
could-
guys say?
We could do the 9th.
July 9th. It's a Tuesday.
That
I'm
works.
just picking a hole in my schedule.
Do you have another Zoom meeting planned, Keith?
I have 4 a week.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, I'm 4 nights a week doing this. We're getting the education ready for the
Oh.
for PSA's winter, and I'm in
Okay.
charge of the children's for the country now, which makes this complicated.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna
Oh.
click off for a second and cancel the other one, and I'll be back in a few seconds.
Oh, see, here I was gonna say, well, we'll let you go back to that one because we can just schedule the next call and hop off.
The 9th works for me though. Around this time.
Yeah, around 8 Eastern.
Yeah, it works for me.
I haven't booked my flights for that day yet, so I will book them early.
That's good. And if it doesn't work, just we can probably move it to another day that week. So
Okay.
all good. Oh. You good, Keith?
Okay, I'm good.
All right.
So the other call's dwindling, but it's not.
No, it's
Good.
all good. I think we're good. Let's get something on the calendar for the 9th. Let's just confirm it via email to also just make sure it works for Tabby. And then
Okay.
9th, 8 o'clock Eastern. It'll be a party.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. And what I'll do is I'll set that up. I'll send everybody a text. That way we can
Sounds
chime
good.
in if we want. Sarah, go. This is really easy. Or anyone else. If you don't see the invitations to the team by Friday, someone text me and say, "What the hell?"
I'll put a reminder.
I'm putting a
Thank you.
reminder on too.
Perfect.
Perfect.
You're getting many reminders.
Yeah, you're gonna
I'm
get a
okay
lot
with
of
that.
what the hells.
I'm
We
okay
have
with
it
that
all 1 minute apart.
because before this call, I was designing a loft for a customer.
Oh, wow.
It's like, so it's kind of like, and go.
Awesome.
Well, thank
I
you all
hope
for jumping on tonight.
everyone
Ken.
has a lovely evening.
You too. It's good to see
Yay.
you
Guys, we'll
guys.
see you soon. Sarah, I'll send that money right
Okay.
now.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Cool. All right. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Good night.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, guys.